Hello, my fellow Boss Bougie Babes, and welcome back to another episode of the Boss Bougie Babes Podcast, where we're all about ditching the hustle and bustle and building a life that sparkles. Today, we're diving into the topic of the power of community in entrepreneurship. You know, there's this misconception that being a boss babe means doing it all alone, like some kind of lone wolf conquering the world. But let me tell you, that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, one of the biggest turning points in my entrepreneurial journey was realizing that I didn't have to do it all alone. There I was a few months ago, feeling completely overwhelmed and burned out. I was working around the clock, juggling motherhood, and feeling like I was barely keeping my head above water. It was during that dark time that I reached out to a few fellow entrepreneurs I had met online. And let me tell you, their support was a lifesaver. They listened to my struggles, offered words of encouragement, and even shared practical tips that helped me get back on track. From that moment on, I knew I wasn't alone in this crazy entrepreneurial journey. And that, my friends, is when I truly understood the power of community. Today, we're going to dive deep into why having a strong support system is absolutely crucial for entrepreneurs. We'll talk about the benefits of community, how to find your tribe, and even how to build your own online community of like minded boss babes. So grab your favorite latte, get comfy, and let's chat about how to build your very own business bestie squad. Okay, so we've established that having a community is kind of a big deal for us entrepreneurs, right? But let's break down exactly why it's so freaking important. First up, we've got emotional support. Let's be honest, building a business is not always rainbows and butterflies. It's late nights, self doubt, and the occasional, why am I even doing this meltdown. But when you have a solid community of fellow boss babes, you're never truly alone. They get it. They've been there. They'll offer a shoulder to cry on when things get tough, cheer you on when you hit a milestone, and hold you accountable when you need a little extra push. Next, we have knowledge sharing. Remember, when you were a kid and learned so much by watching and imitating your friends? Well, it's the same with entrepreneurship. Being a part of a community gives you access to a wealth of knowledge and experience. You can learn from others' mistakes so you don't have to make them yourself. Get advice on everything from social media strategy to pricing your products, and stay on top of the latest industry trends. It's like having a group of business mentors on speed dial. Now let's talk about collaboration. Have you ever heard the saying, two heads are better than one? Well, it's true. When you collaborate with other entrepreneurs, you can create something truly magical. Think joint ventures, co marketing campaigns, or even just bouncing ideas off of each other. Not only can collaboration lead to increased exposure and sales, but it's also a lot more fun than trying to do everything on your own. And then, of course, there's networking. Being a part of being a part of a community opens up a whole world of networking opportunities. You never know who you might meet, potential clients, partners, investors, or even your next best friend. It's all about building those genuine connections and expanding your network of support. Networking can lead to referrals, new business opportunities, and a whole lot of fun along the way. Last but not least, we have the sense of belonging. Entrepreneurship can be isolating, especially if you're working from home or just starting out. But being a part of a community can combat that feeling of isolation and give you a sense of belonging. It's empowering to know that you're not alone in this journey, that there are other people who understand your struggles and celebrate your successes. Plus, being a part of a community can help you discover your purpose and feel like you're making a difference in the world. So there you have it. Those are just a few of the incredible benefits of community for entrepreneurs. Now you might be thinking, okay, Kylie, this all sounds great, but how do I actually find and connect with my tribe? Well, don't worry, because that's exactly where we're going and what we're going to be talking about next. So we've gushed over all the amazing reasons why having a tribe is basically essential for us boss babes. But now comes the fun part, finding those amazing people who will cheer you on, challenge you, and become your ride or dies in this crazy entrepreneurial world. The first step is to get clear on what your ideal community looks like. Think about it like this. Would you rather sip champagne at a rooftop bar or have a casual picnic in the park? Both are amazing, but they attract different vibes, right? Same goes for your community. Are you looking for fellow boss babes who are just starting out or seasoned entrepreneurs who can offer mentorship? Do you want a group that's focused on your specific niche or one that's more general and inclusive? Once you've got a good idea of your ideal community, it's time to start hunting. And babe, there are so many places to find your tribe. Let's explore some of the most popular options, both online and offline. Some online platforms would be Facebook groups. Seriously, there's a Facebook group for everything. Search for groups related to your niche, interests, or even your location. Just be sure to read the group rules before joining and make sure it's a good fit for you. LinkedIn groups. If you're looking for a more professional network, LinkedIn groups can be a great option. You can connect with other entrepreneurs, industry experts, and political clients. Reddit communities. Reddit is a goldmine of niche communities, from girl boss to female entrepreneurs. You're sure to find your people. Forums and niches. These are a great way to connect with people who are passionate about the same topics as you. There are forums for everything from digital marketing to sustainable fashion. In-person events, networking events. Get out there and mingle. Networking events are a fantastic way to meet like-minded people and build relationships. Conferences and workshops. Not only will you learn valuable information, but you'll also have the opportunity to connect with other attendees and speakers. Meetups. These are often smaller, more casual gatherings focused on specific topics or interests. Industry gatherings. Look for events that cater to your specific industry or niche. Shared hobbies and interests. Volunteering. Giving back to your community is a wonderful way to meet people who share your values. Social clubs. Many cities have social clubs for entrepreneurs or women in business, sports teams, or creative groups. Joining a team or group based on a shared hobby can be a great way to bond with others. Co-working spaces. Shared office environments. If you're looking for a more structured community, consider joining a co-working space. Not only will you have a dedicated workspace, but you'll also have access to networking events, workshops, and other community building activities. Remember, finding your tribe takes time and effort. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, try new things, and be open to connecting with people from all walks of life. The most important thing is to find a community that feels like home, a place where you feel supported, understood, and inspired. So get out there and start exploring. Your tribe is waiting for you. All right, babes, let's get down to the nitty gritty of building your very own online haven for boss babes. Because let's face it, sometimes we need a virtual girls' night in, right? Now, the first step is choosing the right platform for your community. It's like picking the perfect venue for your bestie's birthday party. You want it to be fun, inviting, and the overall vibe is great. There are tons of options out there, so let's break down a few of the most popular ones. Facebook groups. These are like the OG of online communities. They're super easy to set up, free to use, and most people already have a Facebook account. Plus, there are tons of features for sharing content, hosting live videos, and creating polls. Instagram close friends. If you want to foster a more exclusive community with your most engaged followers, Instagram's close friends feature is a fantastic option. It allows you to share content that's only visible to a select group, creating a sense of intimacy and belonging. There is also the option for a broadcast channel or keeping these public on your stories to invite all of your community in. Slack channels. Slack is a great option if you're looking for a more professional vibe. It's perfect for collaborating on projects, sharing resources, and having quick chats with members. Discord servers. If your community is more into gaming or tech, Discord might be a good fit. It has a voice and video chat capability, which can make it feel more like a real life hangout. Private forums. These offer a more intimate and exclusive feel. They're perfect for communities that want to foster deeper connections and discussions. Mm. Once you've picked your platform, it's time to set the ground rules. We want this to be a space where everyone feels safe, respected, and valued. So create a code of conduct that outlines your expectations for engagement. Think about things like this: no hate speech or bullying, be respectful to others' opinions, share valuable content, and participate in discussions. Basically, we want to create a vibe that's as welcoming as your favorite spa. Now let's get into the conversation flowing. Here are a few ideas to spark engagement. Ask thought provoking questions. Get your members thinking and sharing their insights. Um, Share prompts. Encourage creativity and self expression with fun prompts like share your biggest win this week or what's your go to self care ritual. Host Q&As. Give your members the chance to ask you questions and get to know you better. Encourage discussions. Create threads where members can chat about specific topics or interests. And don't forget to connect. Keep your community engaged with exclusive resources. Offer downloadable guides, templates, or checklists, behind the scenes glimpses. Share sneak peeks into your life, business, or creative processes. Community challenges. Host fun challenges that encourage participation and interaction. And finally, show your members some love. Recognize and reward engagement with shout outs, a feature where members who are actively participating in your community, member spotlights, showcase members' businesses or achievements, and contests and giveaways. Who doesn't love freebies? By following these tips, you can create a thriving online community that not only supports your business, but also becomes a source of friendship, inspiration, and growth. All right, you've found your tribe and created an online sanctuary. Now let's talk relationships with our mentors and peers. After all, a little TLC goes a long way in any relationship. First, finding mentors. Think of mentors as your fairy godmothers or godfathers, if you prefer, of the business world. They've been there, done that, and they're here to sprinkle some wisdom and guidance your way. But how do you actually find these magical beings? Well, start by looking for experienced individuals in your industry who you admire and whose values align with yours. Maybe there's someone you follow on social media, a speaker at a conference, or even a friend of a friend. Once you've identified a potential mentor, don't be afraid to reach out and offer value. Maybe you can help them with a project or share your own expertise or simply offer a listening ear. Remember, mentorship is a two-way street, and the best relationships are built on mutual respect and appreciation. Next, let's chat about connecting with peers. Your peers are your fellow boss babes who are in the trenches with you. They understand the unique challenges and joys of entrepreneurship, and they're the perfect people to celebrate wins with and commiserate over the occasional losses. Find your peers in online communities, networking events, or even through mutual connections. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable and share your struggles. Chances are they're going through something similar. Remember, vulnerability is not a weakness. It's actually a superpower that can lead to deeper connections and stronger relationships. Now, let's talk about the importance of being generous. This is a big one. When you offer help and support to others, you create a ripple effect of positivity and goodwill. Maybe you can share a helpful tip on social media, offer to review a friend's website, or simply lend a listening ear when someone is having a tough day. By paying it forward, you not only build stronger relationships, but also create a culture of abundance and support in your community. And speaking of support, let's talk about scheduling regular check ins. Life gets busy, but it's important to make time for the people who matter most. Schedule virtual coffee chats, co working sessions, or even just a quick phone call to catch up with your mentors and peers. You can also find an accountability partner, someone who will cheer you on and keep you on track with your goals. Having someone to celebrate your wins and help you navigate challenges can make all the difference in your entrepreneurial journey. And finally, don't forget to show appreciation. A little gratitude goes a long way. Thank your mentors and peers for their support. Celebrate their successes and let them know how much they mean to you. A handwritten note, a thoughtful gift, or even just a heartfelt message can brighten someone's day and strengthen your bond. Remember, relationships are like plants. They need to be nurtured and cared for in order to thrive. By following these tips, you can create lasting connections that will support you throughout your entrepreneurial journey and beyond. All right, babes, we've covered a lot of ground already, but I've got a few more juicy nuggets of wisdom to share before we wrap up this episode. Let's talk about some of the extra special ways that community can supercharge your entrepreneurial journey. Imposter syndrome, not on our watch. Okay, raise your hand if you've ever felt like a fraud, like you're not doing good enough or smart enough to be running your own business. Don't worry, you're not alone. Imposter syndrome is a real thing and it can be crippling. But here's the thing, when you're surrounded by a supportive community of fellow boss babes, those feelings of self doubt start to melt away. Your community will remind you of your strengths, celebrate your wins, and offer encouragement when you need it most. They'll be your cheerleaders, your hype squad, and your constant reminder that you are capable, worthy, and deserving of success. Passion, sorry, passion meets purpose, building community around a shared cause. There's something truly magical about coming together with others who share your passion and purpose. Whether it's a love for sustainable fashion, um, a desire to empower women, or a commitment to helping others succeed in this digital space. Building a community around a shared cause can be incredibly fulfilling. Not only does it give you a sense of belonging and purpose, but it can also lead to some amazing collaborations and opportunities. Think joint ventures, fundraising events, or even creating a movement that changes someone's world. Vulnerability is your secret weapon for connection. Now, this might sound counterintuitive, but being vulnerable is actually one of the most powerful ways to build genuine connections with others. When you open up and share your struggles, fears, and insecurities, you create a space for others to do the same. And that vulnerability fosters a deeper sense of trust, empathy, and understanding within your community. So don't be afraid to let your guard down and show your true self. It's in those moments of vulnerability that the most beautiful connections are formed. Community equals your marketing dream team. Okay, let's get real for a second. Marketing can be a beast, but guess what? Your community can actually be your secret weapon for business growth. When you nurture a thriving community, you're not just building relationships, you're building a loyal following of potential customers and brand advocates. Think about it. Who's more likely to buy from you? A random stranger who stumbled upon your Instagram page, or someone who's been following your journey, engaging with your content, and feels connected to your brand? That's right. Your community can become your biggest cheerleaders, sharing your content, recommending your products or services, and even spreading the word about your brand to their own network. So invest in your community and watch your business flourish. Real life inspiration, boss babes who've built thriving communities. I don't want to leave you hanging without some real life inspiration. So let me share a few examples of incredible entrepreneurs who have built thriving communities around their brands. Marie Forleo. This powerhouse coach and entrepreneur has created an online empire through her B School program and community. Jenna Kutcher. This social media guru has built a massive following of loyal fans who adore her down to earth personality and relatable content. Sophia Amoruso, the founder of Nasty Gal and Girl Boss, has built a global community of ambitious women who are all about kicking ass and taking names. These are just a few examples, but there are countless other inspiring entrepreneurs out there who are leveraging the power of community to build successful businesses and make a difference in the world. So, what are you waiting for? Go out there and find your tribe, build your community, and create a life of your dreams. All right, my beautiful boss babes, that's a wrap for today's episode. We've covered a lot of ground from finding your tribe to building a thriving community online and everything in between. But remember, the most important thing is to take action. Don't just listen to this episode and say, that sounds nice. Get out there and start building your own support system. Find your mentors, connect with your peers, and create a community that lifts you up and inspires you to be your best. Because you are capable of achieving incredible things. You are strong, you are resilient, and you are worthy of all the success and abundance that life has to offer. So go out there and shine. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with your fellow boss babes. And if you want even more juicy tips and behind the scenes peeks into my entrepreneurial journey, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Champagne Society Kylie. Until next time, keep shining and remember, you're never alone in this journey. We're all in this together, babes.